What's good, y'all? Kyle Loftus, and today we're going to talk about how you can make cinematic looks using just natural light. More specifically, windows. So without further ado, let's dive in. In this video, we are looking at natural available light, specifically coming through a window. And in order to kind of really showcase, how you can create some compelling and captivating images, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys, three kind of example setups that you could do to create some captivating and cinematic looks. We're gonna be looking at a Rembrandt look, a split light look, and kind of about a 10 to 20-ish degree angle look, kind of almost similar to a Rembrandt, but again, we're not getting as much dramatic roll off with the shadows. So why use natural light through a window? I think natural light through a window is incredible. For the one, it saves you a ton of time and money. If you show up to a location and your natural available light is already set up, it's a window, it's a big source, it's soft light, it's clean, it's ready to go. You just have to line up by it, get the camera rigged up, and start rolling. Whereas if you're trying to create a captivating look, you roll up to a set and you've got to set up your HMI, you got to set up your backlight, you got to set up your fill, you need 3 guys on the crew that get the silk out and ready, build it and put it in the frame, lock it on the C-stand. Like, there's just so much more you have to do just in order to get these incredible big soft light sources. Whereas a window naturally creates this big soft source. Again, the window acts almost as a form of diffusion, guys, and the light just kind of hits that, gets diffused, and fills and spills into the room. Now, that is the one downside with natural window light, is that it kind of just comes and spills into the room. And so it's not so much about, how much light you're using or putting into the room, but the light you're subtracting or taking away in order to create depth, dimension, contrast, and that will then create interest and intrigue for your audience. So not only does it save you time and money, guys, but again, it creates a beautiful soft look. It's very soft light, it's very clean on the skin tones, but it still can be very compelling and dramatic. The biggest downside, aside from the fact that it spills, is just the fact that it's not 100% controllable. So if it's a cloudy day, at some points while you're shooting, sun could be blasting through, you have good solid light, then a cloud rolls over in the middle of a take, and then all of a sudden it goes to a very dark look and you're underexposed. So that's really the only big downfall. However, you can kind of work around this. One, look at your local weather report, see what it's looking like, and see if you have potential issues. If your weather's gonna be consistent, you should be fine. But another kind of backup or addition to that, for your safety net, if you will, is bring a variable ND filter. You can throw this filter onto your camera, and as the light source is changing or giving you a different look, you can slowly make that adjustment so the adjustment looks smooth in camera rather than like adjusting your ISO or cranking down your shutter or something and you're seeing that happen like in real time and it just looks like choppy and crappy. With a variable ND, you can make that adjustment smooth and slow, so it has just a natural and clean transition. Now, a couple key points and suggestions with using natural light, using window light. One, you always want your subject as close to the source as possible. The reason being is the closer to the source and the bigger the source, the softer the light. The further from the source and the smaller the source, the harder the light. Now again, at some points you might be trying to create this hard light look, so then yes, pull your subject further away. But specifically here, I'm talking about creating compelling and captivating cinematic looks. Alliteration is on point right now, but using soft, clean lighting. So again, you want to have the source your subject as close to the light source as possible. My next biggest suggestion is always shoot shadow side. I've mentioned this in numerous other of my tutorial videos and cinematic lighting technique videos, but you always want to shoot shadow side. Just pause this, take a break, go watch some cinematic thrillers on Netflix and Hulu, and you will be amazed at how often they're shooting on the shadow side. The reason they do this is because it brings out so much more contrast, depth, dimension. Again, the light source is going one direction, the camera is going in another direction. Obviously, camera is more straight on here, but you guys get the point. It's by the placement. So if I was gonna move this camera, and set it in a different place, I wouldn't place it over here on the light side. I would move it over here, again, like a 10 to 20 degree-ish over here, or 45. I'd move further and further towards the shadow side, or all the way over those. And again, just remember to look at the weather app, and remember to bring a variable ND. Those are my biggest tips and suggestions with using window light. But as you guys can see through these examples, it doesn't take a lot in regards to crew or camera needs or gear, just all around gear in general. As you guys are seeing with these looks and setups, we're creating some compelling and captivating looks here, but it doesn't require a lot. We're literally just subtracting light. We're bringing in natural light and then we're subtracting. Like, we're not using any other light sources, guys, and we're getting some killer images here. So I really just wanted to bring that all to light, ding, 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 and share what I've kind of learned over my filmmaking course thus far with regards to using window and natural light, and how it's kind of helped me do more run and gun guerrilla style and work with clients that are trying to get things done very fast or have a small budget, therefore no crew, or can't afford to bring out the lighting gear, etc. So just over the course of my career, I've really learned a lot, and I think I've found that natural window light can be an incredible source to use, and I highly recommend you guys really start expanding and exploring into using natural available light through a window. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If you did, be sure to give it a like, drop a comment below if there's anything I missed or you have any questions. I love hearing from you guys, and I can't wait to see you next time. Later.